Hey guys, Jack here, and today I've got a little bit of a mixed bag for you, and everybody loves mixed bags. We've got some updates on the Rust server amongst other things, and who knew that you could play DayZ on a mobile device? Well, you can. Sort of. What you saw at the start there was DayZ running on the Nvidia Shield. Now Nvidia sent me one of these with no obligations whatsoever to make a video on it. They just said, here you go, have a look at this, let us know what you think, give us some feedback. And so that's what this is, I guess. And I thought that this device was just too cool to not show you guys, basically, so that's why I'm doing a little video on it. So what the hell is it then? It's a portable gaming device running the Android operating system. It's got a 720p 5-inch multi-touch screen. There's a microphone on the front, you've got some speakers, and as you may have noticed, it's also got a controller built into it, or built around it, I guess. It's basically the same layout as an Xbox or a PlayStation controller. The button placement is fine, pretty standard, and you also get bumper and trigger buttons for the left and the right. On the back we've got mini HDMI, USB and audio jack, so if you'd like to, you can plug headphones in there. So what can you do with this then? Well, of course, you can play games on it. And the most impressive aspect of the Nvidia Shield is that you can connect it to your gaming PC over Wi-Fi, and providing it's got an Nvidia card installed, you can stream your PC games to this device. Pretty cool. You can basically remote control your PC. So games like DayZ, Titanfall, Call of Duty Ghosts, Battlefield 4, whatever you fancy, whatever you've got installed on your PC, all you've got to do is connect to it and then you can start playing. It's very simple, it's elegant, and the quality is great. Of course, because we're playing on a local network here, there's no input lag, so you don't really have to worry about that. But the question is, would you ever want to do this on your local network when you're at home? Let's put it like this, you've got a beastly gaming PC, you've got a nice mouse and keyboard, a sexy 120Hz monitor, so why would you ever want to play on a small handheld device with a controller? Well, I personally wouldn't. You know, I think it would downgrade the experience for me somewhat. It's pretty pointless to me. But I guess maybe if you absolutely have to be playing games all the time, you could take this to bed with you and continue grinding gold on WoW or something. Maybe you could just go chill out downstairs on the sofa and play a single player game like Arkham Asylum. If you wanted to be more sociable, you could take it into the bathroom and literally be on the shit bucket when you reach max level in Battlefield 4. The possibilities are endless. Again, not something I'd do if I was at home, but some people might want to, perhaps, so if you're out there, let me know. Another interesting feature is that you can hook it up to your TV. So if you've got, let's say, an amazing PC, but you've got a pretty crappy monitor in your bedroom, you could always go to the living room or a different room and hook the device up to your 50-inch TV and play games with a controller. Now I see some value in that, especially if you're playing single player games. Multiplayer not so much. I think you're putting yourself at a big disadvantage using a controller instead of a mouse and keyboard against other PC players. But for single player games where it's more casual and relaxed, that's not so much of an issue. Some games actually work better with a controller anyway. Now imagine for a second, the Nvidia guys could get this working so I could connect to anyone's Wi-Fi network and remote to my PC no matter where I was in the world. If that was the case, I'd be much more interested in the streaming element of the Nvidia Shield, because it would mean that I could basically have a maxed out gaming PC in the palm of my hands wherever in the world I am. And that's quite an exciting prospect. Of course, you probably have a lot more input lag too, but I do see some potential there. Now, as much as I think the PC streaming element of the Nvidia Shield is an extremely niche market at the moment, where I see this device start to shine is what it can actually do by itself. So if I'm on a train or a flight or something, I could put this to good use. It runs Android, so you've got access to your emails, Netflix, YouTube, Google Store, web browsing, whatever you get on your phone. But you also get access to some excellent standalone video games that run natively on the device. So you don't need your gaming PC, it just runs from the device itself on battery power. You can plug it in as well if you want, but the battery life on this thing is actually pretty good. So at the moment, you can play these games anywhere in the world. So you've got games like Max Payne, for example. The Conduit, GTA 3 Portal is coming out, it's not released yet, but that's the first Source Engine game that's going to run natively on this device. Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and these games run amazing. They look super sharp, and one big advantage you get over other Android devices like phones and tablets is that you've got an actual legitimate controller here with 2 analog sticks and all the buttons that you'd ever need. It's essentially the same as an Xbox or a PlayStation pad, and that's really what's appealing to me about the Shield. You can play these games how they were meant to be played, albeit on a small screen, but pretty cool nonetheless, and I'll certainly be taking this with me on long flights for entertainment now that I have one. Some other avenues you could explore here: you could install certain apps that let you emulate old video games. This one's a Nintendo 64 emulator, so if you're feeling old school, you could maybe bust out some GoldenEye, Pokemon or Banjo and Kazooie. Totally legitimate. Now the last thing I want to show you on this thing is called the Grid. It's only in beta at the moment, and it's sort of like OnLive was, if you remember that. You connect to a server, this one's in California, it's the only one available at the moment, and you can stream games for free, and it saves your progress. Pretty cool. So even though I don't own these games, theoretically I could connect to the Grid, find Tron, and complete, let's say, The Witcher 2, for example, if I wanted. Or, get this, Inception, I could play the Grid on the Grid. Mind blown, your brains are on the other side of the room, you should go and pick those up. Of course there's more input lag with this method, but I'm connected to California, so that's like a 200 ping for me, and I'm sure it'd be much better if they decide to make UK or European servers for this. Yeah, so that's Nvidia Shield. Very interested to see what updates they bring out for it. What do you guys think? Is it worth it, or is it just a gimmick? Let me know in the comments. Me personally, I'll never use it to stream games from my gaming PC whilst I'm at home. That's just got no appeal to me whatsoever. But I'll definitely be using it whilst I'm travelling to play the native games on it or watch movies and so on and so forth. It's pretty good for that sort of stuff, I have to admit. Okay then, moving on, the Rust server. We had to shut the original server down for a little bit because of cheaters, exploiters, bad performance. Now we switched host and the server is running as smooth as butter, and we're going to start recording on there again. We just need people playing on it. We've still got the whitelist on there, but courtesy of Bonge from 2 Angry Gamers, we've now got a web application for it so you can sign in and apply through Steam. So if you go to giantegg.co.uk, sign in with your Steam account and apply. If you've got a VAC ban on your account, you'll automatically be rejected, but if you haven't, we can approve it and you can come and play on the server. The IP is on the screen now. Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough. Let's do this. And that's all for today, folks, but before I go, as part of my sponsorship with G2A.com, I have to let you guys know that they're having a PayPal sale going on at the moment. Plenty of great games on there for cheap prices. Link is in the description. Go and check it out. Thanks for watching, guys. I'd love to know your opinion on Nvidia Shield. Leave a rating and a comment. I'll see you in the next one.